Hey. Hey guys. Yes, it's Monday. It's because I can't do this last Sunday, and I can't do Sun Wednesday coming. So I'm just going to go and get my tea. Come on, AC. Come on. Oh, hello, you can't see me. Oh, no, you can. Just need to put the sauces in. Then we're ready to rumble. So hi guys, welcome to live stream. I do these talks normally every Sunday at 6 p.m. and Wednesday at 6 p.m. French time. But today I'm streaming on Monday because I'm away last week and next week, and then I'm away a lot in India. So I thought I would do one Monday instead. If you want to ask a question, then you can call through Skype, which is Lisa Cairns 12. And I'm just going to show you how to subscribe to YouTube and get notifications so you can know when I've gone live and get a reminder. This is how you do it. You go to YouTube, you type in my name, Lisa Cairns, click on me, and then click subscribe, then click the little bell and put send notifications, save, and then you should get an email saying that I have gone live. I'm just going to get my headphones because the fans have started, so it'll be sounding like a hurricane to you all. In the other room, 1 second. Where are my headphones? We have the headphones. Hey, there, that's better for you. So if you want to come into any of my events, I'm doing an event in India this month, December and January, in Tiruvannamalai. I'm doing 3 weeks of one talk a day, that's 2 hours from 5 till 7 p.m. in Tiruvannamalai. And you can just turn up to that, and it's by donation. So you can obviously give me thousands and thousands of pounds rather than 1 rupee. But it's up to you, however much you like. And when I'm doing an event in Spain, Cairns, where I've been before, it's super beautiful. In the mountains just behind Malaga. It'll be really beautiful weather in March. It'll be jumper weather, but it'll be nice and sunny. So that will be nice. And I will be doing an event in France, a retreat. So the one in Cairns is 3 weeks. 3 weeks is 1 week retreat. And I will be doing a 1 week retreat in the south of France in June. And that's currently everything I've got booked so far for this year. Oh, and I've got an online event, an online retreat on the 11th of February. So you need to book for that as well. And you can find all of that on my website, which is www.lisacairns.com. And I'll show you how to subscribe to my website so you get all the updates. It's Lisa Cairns, www.lisacairns.com. And then you go to event. Oh no, you just go down and then it will go subscribe, and then you just put your email into that. And then you'll get all my updates of everything that I do. So there you go, there's the advertisement. It's the advertisement for the day. Now we're moving on to non-duality, the most beautiful subject there is in the whole entire world. So I have lots of people wanting to call and write in. Not a surprising amount of people, considering it's not my regular time.
So you mustn't hold on or follow what I say too much or what any teacher says. Really, in the personal world, this has to be your exploration, and you have to explore what it is to be alive and what it is to be human. But don't hold on to somebody's ideas that they tell you. Don't believe someone. You must discover that love and that freedom for yourself. Everything I say is relevant to the person I'm speaking to and is in a way the opposite to what they believe. But it's not a truth. Don't try to find truths here. Try to see what's ever present, which isn't a thought, which isn't an idea, which isn't something you feel or think about. It's beyond the human dimension, but yet it's in everything that appears. And this must be discovered. We often listen to non-dual speakers because we want a way to live our life. We don't know how to live our life. And we want a guide, and we try to use non-duality as a guide, a therapy to make us better. And it's none of those things. What it points to is the person coming back to the simplicity of being and spontaneously acting without any rules. It acts, it does, it spontaneously does, and it's obviously acting within the rules of convention and society and within the rules of cause and effect, but it's spontaneously acting, so you could say that everything's coming from love. But that's not a guide as such. There's nobody really to guide. But it is coming back to the heart of things. We often look to this, and we're not even aware we're doing it. We look to this subject for someone or something, a religion to follow. And there is no religion here. There is this amness, this beingness, and that's what to follow. Like, in a way, it's not even you following it, it's a dissolving back into that sense of existence, and then life flowing from that point. But this is nothing that somebody could teach you. It's not about you, it's a hearing beyond you, and then the you seemingly falls in line, and the you begins to respond more and more from that place of love, rather than from identification. But it doesn't look like anything. The response from love could be anger, the response from love could be jealousy, the response from love could be annoyance, the response from love could be joy, or could be love. But it's that it comes directly from no place. This spontaneous action. And you know what I mean. You try to fit it into perfect non-dual words. Is she being non-dual? Isn't she? Is it like this or isn't it like that? But you know what I mean when something comes from identification or not. Something comes from this spontaneous way of being, this childlike innocence. And we look everywhere for that innocence. We look to films for that innocence. We look to animals for that innocence. We look to non-duality teachers for innocence. We look to enlightenment for that innocence. We look to falling in love for that innocence. But actually that innocence is your nature. And it's a projection that it's out there. It's simply that somebody has divided here. The person has divided and separated and lives inside the body. And then there is a projection that wholeness, that completion that the division is covering, is it, will give you something. This is all about love. This place of love. And love is only ever instant. It's only ever right here. It's not found in time. It's not found in someone, something, in the next moment. It's here. And it's coming back to acting from here rather than acting from fear and the intellect and this idea of yourself. It's so beautiful. So the most important thing these talks can do is resonate. Not teach you something, but resonate. Do you remember that sense of pure being? That which has always been there. That which is experiencing everything. There's not somebody inside those bodies. There's not somebody looking out of these eyes. There is life experiencing itself. There is this sense of existence that doesn't belong to someone. Okay, so let's see who wants to call in. Hey, Andrea. Christmas tree, or I'm not sure what that is. Hi, Jag. Hey, Lisa, sorry I couldn't attend. I was busy with other things. I will see you at a future event, or if you're in London, I can take you for a friendly meal. Beautiful girl. They are such... You are... Yeah. There you are. Oh, hey, Izzy. Hey, Annette. Hey, Steve. Hi, Antonia. Hey, Jerry. Hi, Lisa. How is what happens decided? What decides what happens? Hey, Jerry. Thanks for your question, Jerry, but you really have to work that out for yourself. I can't tell you that. You can never talk in the positive about the Creator. So you have to begin to explore what is experiencing this and where things come from. Like, where do thoughts come from? Where does action come from? Where does the impulse to do something come from? Where is all of this coming from? The sound of the breeze, the sound of the hum of the computer, the sound of my voice. And it's amazing that you're asking it, Jerry. There is thousands and thousands and billions of humans that walk around asleep. They never even ask themselves this question. They're alive for 70, 80, 90, 100 years, and they never ask, where does all of this come from? Where does my impulse to do this come from? So it's such a beautiful question, but I can't answer it for you. I mean, I can tell you it comes from beingness, it comes from isness, it comes from that sense of being, which is not a thing and everything, but that doesn't mean anything to you. Jerry has to sit and explore it. So just follow back that which is arising and see if you can find it, where everything arises from. And then maybe there will be this point where it just goes poof, and it's called an awakening, and there is this radical aliveness, and it's seen that everything's coming from not a place, from something beyond. Everything comes from this stillness and is this stillness. And this stillness is undescribable, but the best word that we could possibly use is love. Love. It comes from love. So thanks for your question, Jerry. Hey, Jessie. Hey, Law. You rock too. Hey, Kevin. You can call me if you want. Oh, thanks, Kevin. Hi, Nicholas. Hi, Deanna. Deanna. We spoke. Hello, Lisa. I feel like I'm stuck in the feeling of lack. It seems as if it's the core of my personality. How to deal with it? I do a lot of observing the feeling in the body, and lots of stories come up from my life that connects with this feeling, as well as a lot of beliefs based on it, but it seems it doesn't change, or maybe I don't see the change. Anyway, I feel a lot of not being good enough in a lot of ways. Thank you. Yeah, that's what happens, Deanna. As you begin to explore this subject and really begin to get deep, then you see that there are a lot of painful patterns that come up. That there has been a lot of trying to escape feeling either not good enough or fear, these two basic emotions. But just keep trying different things, different release techniques, and observing it, and sitting with it silently, and at the same time just no objective of it going, like total acceptance that that is what's happening, that's what's there. And then try different things. You can jump up and down and scream, I'm not enough, I'm not enough, I'm not enough, I hate this, I hate this. You can imagine being enough. I am enough, I am enough, I am enough. But do it in a way of not being able, like not the idea of getting somewhere. And then also do it with the knowing that you never did a thing. And that when I say and give you advice, there is nobody that can give and receive advice. There is only sounds happening. There is only this happening. But don't get stuck in any trap of, I can't do anything, I'm stuck with this, I've got to just feel the feeling or observe the feeling. Keep trying lots of different things. If you had a broken leg, you'd try lots of different things to heal it. But just not with this strong objective of getting somewhere. Because where is this destination that you believe in? It's just another thought. A destination of not having. Khaleesi never has any destination. If she is experiencing pain, then she just fully experiences pain. Whoops. Don't you, EC? Let's see if we've got her on camera. You just experience pain until it's not there. Hey? 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 Aren't you beautiful? Aren't you beautiful? Yeah? You're a beauty. Yeah, you are. You're a beauty. Yeah, you are. You're so beautiful. Yeah, you are. Mm. Mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Oh, sorry. I got lost in her innocence. Look, just the way she keeps her head there. Oh, she's so sweet. Oh, she's so sweet. The way she just licks. She's so innocent. So if she has pain, she just has pain. So just always take life like that, explore it as it is. But then knowing that there's no one that does that. But don't get stuck in that concept either. Don't get stuck in any freaking concept. And let the body find its way, like, oh, if it wants to shake or scream, like really feel into it. Don't live by any concepts. Eh? 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 Look at that innocence. It's like the most purest innocence looking. You're so pure. You're so pure. You're so pure. You're so pure. He's so pure. Okay, non-duality. Oh, you can all see I'm in pyjamas, can't you? God damn it. How am I ever going to convince you that I'm someone respectable that you can respect? I'm a non-duality teacher and you see me sitting here in my freaking pyjamas. Eh? Hmm? Yippity boop boop. Yippity boop boop. Yippity boop 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 boop. Doop boop. Is it boop 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 boop? Bitty boop boop. Boop 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 boop. I said boop 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 boop. It's just the way she looks at me. She's so cute. Okay. Sorry guys. It's so gross when you see someone like that with their dog, I know. Oh, it feels so unpleasant. That is why I want to change. Yeah, obviously, but at the same time, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. It really does feel unpleasant. You know, like be inventive with it. Be like, this is unpleasant, you know, play with it. Sebastian. Oh, Kevin, you would like to call as well. Do you recommend any technique to get out of your mind? It can sometimes feel like we are trapped in our conditioning. Well, firstly and ultimately, there is no you that can get out of the mind. The you is an illusion that there's somebody there inside the mind. There's so many different techniques out there. You want me to give you the right one, and then you can have a fantasy that you've got the right one, but there isn't really a right one or wrong one. There is what happens. So if you feel drawn to doing something, there's loads of different things you can do, then that's what's happening. You believe you're someone separate that is driving the dream bus and that you're making yourself do these techniques and that it's your job to find the right technique. But this isn't true. There is no body inside that body. There is simply life happening and impulses happening. And actually the right impulses will arise at the right moment. What tends to be the technique that's given in non-duality is to sit with it and totally allow it to come in without trying to change it, and to put attention on that feeling. But you can do loads of things. You can do emotional release. You could go to your bedroom and scream or speak it out. Explore it. Be an explorer. But without the strong destination of getting somewhere, because there's never anywhere to get. The freedom is always here. There is always this amness, this sense of being, and that's the freedom, and it's the movement back to that. It's the movement back to this stillness, that who you truly are isn't a movement, isn't in time, isn't that person that's saying, Lisa, please help me get out of my mind and into my body, or I've just come from work and I'm exhausted. That's not actually who's listening and experiencing now. That's an experience. That's a part of experiencing. But there's also the room, there's also the light, there's also the sounds. And there really isn't someone solid in relationship with the world. There is this amness, and everything's arising in that amness. Everything's arising in beingness and isness, in this knowing that it's happening. this stillness. And then in that appears a person that's saying, help me, Lisa, prove my feelings in my body, which you can do, even though ultimately you don't have any doership and there's no one there. It feels like you have doership and you can do something. It feels like you can say, okay, move the body, move the hand, let's do this, let's do that. And obviously, so that person, well, it feels like it has doership, it can do things. It can meditate, explore the feelings, do emotional release techniques, putting the attention on the feelings, letting them come to the surface, speaking them out on all different levels. There's so many different things that you can explore on the internet, but your mind most probably is like, yeah, but I'm doing it wrong and I want this guru, Lisa Cairns, who's very respectable and not sitting in her pyjamas and talking baby talk to a dog that's from Thailand and now has an incredibly funny face. Well, oh my goodness, sorry. And you want me to, because I'm so respectable, to be able to tell you something and then you can have faith in it. But you don't need to really have faith in anything that happens. What you need to have faith in is your essence, which is your presence, is remembering that isness, that I am. This is happening, this knowing of this happening. And that's there underneath everything you think and feel. And then, go with, the more and more that becomes present, go with that which makes the heart resonate. And you can swip and swap. And you can call me and I'll do some sessions and work in the online sessions. But just know that I'm not a trained therapist and that I can't, I'm not a psychotherapist. I can just go with the feelings here. I tend to be quite sensitive and accurate, but I can't do this process for you, this apparent process for you. Can I? My little baby, my little cutie. Can I? And I just get the strong impulse to say that maybe explore victimhood, the sensation of being a victim. And see that that's not true, you're not a victim, and there's something much greater and vaster and huger underneath that. Hey, Khaleesi? Hey? Are you a victim? Are you a victim? Hmm? When I first got her, she wouldn't look in the eyes. She's so cool now at looking in the eyes, because wild dogs, street dogs, they don't look each other directly in the eyes. So I used to have to put food here and be like, looking. Teach her to look. Sorry, no more obsessing about the innocence. I just find Khaleesi so innocent and sweet. Okay, we can do some actual phone calls. Hey, Loot. Oops, I thought it is a chair with lights behind your sofa. I can't see what's behind me now. Is it not better to just let life happen without interference of the I? I think you'll find that's just very conceptual. That feels very conceptual, Rob. Sounds like something you've learned an idea. Okay, so we got Kevin and then Sebastian. Let's go with Kevin. And then we'll go with you afterwards, Sebastian. Hey, Kevin.
Hi, Lisa. This was unexpected that you called me now.
Yeah.
But it's cool. Yeah.
I think you might.
It's my fault.
Are you just about to go out?
Now, in a half an hour or so.
Okay. You need to put your headphones on because it's echoing.
Okay, I can do that, but I have to go upstairs, so just 1 minute, okay? I'll take the laptop with me.
You still want to talk, or you want me to call someone else?
I want to talk. Yes, I want to talk.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. I just got my headphones.
Okay.
Yeah. Just 1 minute.
Okay.
I'm always so nervous before talking with you. I don't know why. Maybe because so many people are listening.
Oh, I don't know if there's that many people listening. I just have to turn your sound down, actually. Oh, maybe when you put your headphones, it'll be different.
Yeah. So now I got my headphones. Wait a minute.
Let's see how many people are watching, just to make you more nervous. 94 people. There's 94.
How many are watching?
94.
Okay, when I would talk to you again, I will make sure that I have prepared my headphones before.
Oh, no worries. But yes, thank you. But it's not. I always do that. I just because it's so out of time. I just suddenly call someone and they're like ah, and they've been calling before, like 10, 15, 20 minutes before.
I haven't understood anything because the internet was really bad right now.
Oh yeah.
But can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay, the tone is deleted from the picture when I talk to you.
Oh yeah.
Now it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, Lisa, can I ask you at first a question which is a little unfamiliar with non-duality?
Okay.
But I don't know. I would just be interested in your opinion in this. And the theme is ghosts and spirits. What's your opinion about this?
Oh, well, I think that anything's possible, but apart from that, I don't have much of an opinion. I feel like I've seen some entities that aren't from this dimension before, but I don't have opinion on it.
Okay. So it might exist, might not.
Yeah, and it's not, it's all made of the same. Even if there is thousands of dimensions, which is very possible, it's all made of the same. It all comes down to the, in non-duality, it's about, the point is that sense, that essence of aliveness, that sense of being and the knowing is the freedom, no matter what's appearing. And so there could be many different worlds out there.
It's so amazing.
Yeah. And it could be that when these bodies die, there is a sense of these individual energies go into other bodies, or, you know, like die and go into a spirit land. But it's not that that's higher than this reality. It's all still part of the dream.
Okay, yeah.
And the freedom isn't in the destination or what levels of the dream you get to, which is normally what we think, that we've got to go to heaven or we've got to have these destinations. The freedom is in the place in which the dream comes from, which is always presence, which is the sense of amness, the beingness, the watching of it, no matter what's appearing, no matter what world we're in.
Yeah, but it seems like it is more freedom, you know, when we are in a heavenly realm than in a hellish realm.
Yeah.
Speaking here on Earth, for example, there are two things, you know.
Yeah, well, I think that the hellish realm comes from identification and the loss of, or the forgetting of who you truly are. That's the only hell there is.
Yeah.
Like it's very natural that things are grown and then destroyed. That's natural part of this dream because it's all oneness. It always has to transform into itself. So because it's one energy, it always has to go from one thing to another. So something grows, and then when it grows, it takes from another thing, and then when it dies, it gives to another thing. It's a natural flow of things. the hell is simply the identification with being someone. And in that identification, in Buddhism, they would say there's lots of different realms in that identification. So you've got like the hungry ghosts, and then you've got the excuse me, I have a terrible memory, so I have to remember all these. It was a long time ago I studied them. You've got the gods, and the gods are even in hell as well. They would be like they're not in hell. There's actual hell in the Buddhist realms, but the gods are in hell because they're in like an altered reality. Like it's not as bad as some of the other hells, but they take everything for granted. They live in pride and arrogance. You see it in our society. It might be really successful people, or people that come from a lot of money or wealth. And you've got the hungry ghosts, which have, in Buddhism, they're represented as having these tiny throats, and they're really hungry and they can't get the food down them. And the animal realm they have in Buddhism, which I don't think as the animal realm. I think it's a metaphor, and I don't think it's the animal realm as in like Khaleesi. I think it means as in like humans that are totally identified with that the sex, the eating, the animalistic side, the predator side, which again you can see in humans all the time. And forget the other realms. The ghost realm.
Maybe plants. I think it's plants or something. I don't know.
There's a ghost realm, I think, as well.
Yeah.
Or the hungry ghosts. But yeah. And it's all just metaphors. It's all just teachings. Because I can see that. I can see different people. Like people that are more identified with always wanting but never getting. You get the people that are in so much pride. They think they have everything and they think they're better than. And then you can see like the people that are just totally addicted to like sex and basic needs and food. And when I work with people one-on-one, I can often see these patterns in people as well.
Can you see some kind of pattern in me, in my behavior, or would we have to talk more?
I don't actually see it intellectually, I feel it. So you just have to give me a second.
Yeah.
When I take time, actually, people always think I'm thinking, but I'm not thinking, I'm feeling. Yeah, I think I'd have to spend more time with you.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know it anyway.
Huh?
I'm sure you know it anyway. Like we all know it, but we're always afraid of admitting that.
To some degree, yes. Not all the things, but like I've studied the Enneagram a bit, and I'm a type 5, which is always going into the head and trying to push away being in the body and being in the feelings just to go into the head,
Yeah.
But I'm trying to work on that. And I'm also listening to Nonduality.
Yeah.
And
you can also do things like Vipassana meditations, which is focusing on the body, like putting the tension. I used to love Vipassana.
Yeah, I've done this before, but I've done it before, but I didn't like it that much.
Yeah. But that's more than likely because you're a heady person.
Yeah, it was extreme, yeah.
Your mind is like...
I enjoyed more being... Yeah. Yeah.
What didn't you like about it?
What I didn't like about it... it was a hard time for me anyway, and what was the hardest part was that I couldn't speak to the people, it was always circling around in the system, all these things, and I couldn't get it completely out of my system only with putting attention on it. I always had the willingness to...
Sorry?
Yeah. I always had the willingness to speak everything out while I was in Vipassana. To speak. I couldn't because all the feelings were circling around and I couldn't get them out of my system.
Yeah.
So I like a little more active stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe I wasn't prepared enough. Maybe my body wasn't prepared enough. I don't know.
So now if you just shut your eyes and just move your attention in your body and just forget everything you've learned. And just move it down through your body. You can even do it with breathing. What do you feel?
It feels spacious.
Nice. You see, you are. The freedom is that
But
you
it
are.
also feels
That right now.
there are also coming feelings.
I think.
There are also coming feelings of guilt a little.
Yeah. So just breathe. Like follow your energy going in through your nose and down through the body, and just allow that guilt to be there. But at the same time, notice that there's this essence of aliveness. There's this sense of pure being that's always been there. That this is. And you can't, it's beyond thinking, you can't think your way to this. Even my words are disappearing in this. They mean nothing, they're like a bird song. Your mind is always interpreting and living in the interpretation, and so therefore there's lots of fear and lack arising. This is. Here it is.
But it's so subtle and so recognizable, so that it is always overlooked.
Yeah.
I can see what you're talking about, but I constantly oversee it, because it's so subtle, so quiet.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't feel it as being intensely alive, which some people talk about. I just feel it as being really quiet.
Yeah. That's because the person is busy there trying to take attention into the intellect and up to the brain area. And that it's all instantly known. But don't try and ignore anything by saying this is or this. Like just let it come in if the guilt comes. And when you're by yourself, you can speak out that guilt. You can play with that guilt a bit, see what you actually feel guilty about. And then at the same time, you are. This is so radically alive. And it doesn't make sense. It's absolutely crazy. It doesn't make the sense I'm speaking, but yet there's nobody listening, but that's the way it is. It doesn't make sense that impulses come and they feel like your choices, but when I say where do they come from, there's an absolute vast eternity that cannot be looked at. It just appears from that. And that breathing's happening, so the air is going in through your nose and down through your body. And the idea that it's in a body and that it's happening to you is simply an idea. Actually, it's just sensation, and it's so intimate and beautiful. And it's so strange as well.
Yeah. It's really unknowable.
Yeah. Right here, everything's unknowable. And this is what the freedom is having it's that movement from believing that you are this separate entity to this boundless aliveness that's totally innocent. But what's happening in the humans is that there's a movement to that, and they're not just staying like a dog and being stupid. They still have the ability for intellectual thinking, but they're not identified with the intellectual thinking. They don't believe that that is them anymore, or there's not an energy saying this is me.
But it seems to be a movement which takes apparently place in time.
Seems to, yeah. But then when we come back and you just breathe, that's the whole universe. And time is only an image that appears in this universe. That's right here, right now. Time appears as an image. But it seems to take time. And it's okay, you don't need to hurry this. It's going exactly the right place, pace, it's happening exactly the right time. Everything is in line because you're not the producer, you're not the doer. The you and everything you think and feel is appearing from a boundless energy that's so intelligent it's beyond anything we can think about. And that's who you truly are. That's the experiencer now. That's what knows the feelings and the sensations. And just allow them in as they become uncomfortable.
There's a contraction in the belly, a big one.
Yeah. So you can just move your attention down to that contraction. Whereabouts in the belly is it?
Around the navel.
Yeah.
A little bit above the navel.
So just totally allow that to be. There is contraction. And even though I'm saying to you, let it be, there's actually no one that can. But it's like saying to Siri, Siri, can you pull up a website? It does it.
Right.
But really, that's not you.
Yeah.
You aren't acting, you aren't doing. There is nobody that does. There's thoughts and ideas and images and impulses that arise spontaneously. And they don't equal someone independent. And I can say, put your attention on your belly and the attention can move, but that doesn't imply separation.
Absolutely.
And do you have a feeling that's coming with that contraction?
Something that life is against me. But it's only very subtle.
Yeah. And that's totally not true. Life has always been supporting you. It's always been right here. It's just your mind lives in opposites, so it believes that it's being supported or not being supported. But as the person, you have to feel that and explore that you're not supported. And it will more than likely go back to a human relationship where you felt like that. There'll be an element of...
What have you said? I didn't understand anything.
It will more than likely, that feeling will go back to a human relationship. You'll be able to also associate it with a human relationship.
Yeah.
This will be something that occurs in other times. So life is against you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it comes from childhood or something, from suppressing parents or something.
Yeah. And many generations, most probably, it's a genetic thing, not passed on from your grandparents, your parents. And you get the joy of feeling it for them all.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the film The Giver?
No.
There's a beautiful part in it where he remembers the whole of his society's memories and the agony of it. Like the society had wiped out their memories, and they gave it to one person to have the responsibility to remember humanity's memories, and he was the person that was picked to remember.
Wow.
It's such a beautiful film, The Giver it's called.
Okay, I'll write it down. And Lisa, one more question.
Sure.
When there's lack,
Yeah.
usually lack isn't recognized as lack.
No.
And no, it's not, because we are in our heads, but how would you say that we can recognize the lack?
Well, you have to start at where you're at. So if your mind is obsessing about getting something, just start with that. And you can use lots of different questions to just see if there's anything deeper than that. So if you're obsessing about getting something, you most probably can follow it back to lack, that you feel not enough and that you feel like you have to have this thing to be enough. But just start with the surface. So if you're saying to yourself, I need to meditate every day or something in order to be free, and you keep not meditating every day and you keep beating yourself up, you can keep turning it around till you begin to go deeper with it. So ask yourself questions. Is it true that I won't be complete with this. Like, and feel the feelings in your body. What's underneath that? Do I really need this? Do I really want this? And what's the image of what you want? And what does it make you feel when you get the image of what you want? If you imagine that you meditated all the time and you're a supreme meditator and you're the most enlightened, like, what is the feeling that you want from it? You'll begin to see it's love.
Right.
Just
comes always down to love, I think.
Yeah.
And worthiness.
Yeah. And you can always imagine in the positive, you know, if I get this thing, what will it make me feel?
Mm. And what then? When I know how it would make me feel?
It will just begin to change, because you'll begin to acknowledge that these things actually, if you know that what you're looking for is love, you'll begin to acknowledge that love is actually in you. Because in order to imagine an image out there that could potentially complete you, you must know completion already. So therefore you must be completion already. But this isn't something I can teach you. You have to explore this for yourself. So that there must be a sense of what completion is in order to imagine an object that will complete you. Because this is what the mind does. It divides and it says, I am something. And as soon as it says I am something, it's in a comparison, so therefore there is something it isn't. And then what it does is it says I am this, and then it longs for what it isn't. But none of that's true. This is just our thinking. This is just humanity's thinking, and you've identified with certain ideas, and then you look for other things in the flow in order to make you feel that completion again, but that completion is your nature. It's here all the time. To think, for you to think that it's in another object, you must already experience that completion. You must already be able to taste it.
But there's a feeling that it is not here completely.
Yeah, that's because the division's happened. You've associated with particular things. I am this, I am not that. I am good, I am bad, I am guilty, not guilty.
Why can't we simply take a pill and become enlightened or something? That would be nice.
But this type of thinking is hopeless thinking. It's like you've got to get into the mentality of this is always the gift to explore, and screw the next moment and getting enlightened. This is always the opportunity for exploration, and that's all that needs to happen is exploration.
Yeah.
It's the fact that we didn't explore that we got lost in an illusion as humans. We got told what things were, and then we believed it. And then we believed a lie, and then the lie became so strong we could only see the lie.
And because everyone else is thinking the lie, we think it must be true.
Yeah.
It must be true.
And everyone's supporting it.
Next Friday I will do a private session with you. I've booked one.
Oh yeah? Nice.
Yeah. And maybe we can explore a little bit the themes, the problems I have with religion, you know.
Yeah.
Christianity, which are ingrained in my head and in my system.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe we can talk about this a little bit.
Yeah. And guilt as well. The guilt that you feel.
Absolutely. Guilt and shame. Yeah.
You see, you feel those feelings and then you look in the flow to complete them, so then enlightenment becomes the completion of them. But you can't complete them by getting them from outside. You can't complete them from another idea. You have to see what's beyond them. But that's something we can explore when we're in one-to-one.
Okay, yeah. So I have to catch now my father from the train station.
Okay.
He's coming from Czech, from
Oh, nice.
Czech Republic.
Okay.
So I will catch him from there.
All right, nice to speak with
Okay,
you,
bye.
Kevin. Thanks.
See you on Friday, Lisa.
See you. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Haha, you have a beautiful dog. Thank you for your answer. Oh, with pleasure, Megan. Hi, Andrea. And then we'll go to thought you would be interested to know that at least one of your followers is a Trump supporter. I. Oh, Jerry, that's funny. Yeah. Well, that's amazing. That I love it though that that it doesn't put you off in any way. That I'm not a Trump supporter. So that's good. It means the mind is open. Okay. We'll go to Andrea and then I'll call Sebastian so you don't get a fright. What was I going to say? There was something really important. That I was going to say. Yeah, I've forgotten. Okay. So we just go to Andrea's question. Lisa, in my apparent story, it just so happens that I've come to live on my own and live life very simply. And although I experience loneliness, I generally feel well. I am also experiencing a lot of pain from my children, mother, family, and friends for doing this. There is a feeling of abandonment on both sides, and I experience intense pain and confusion. I know it's just happening and fulfilled. I am experiencing grief, yet so much freedom, and I'm okay when I'm alone. I feel it better for me to keep away from my family, even though I do not like or want this, but it is not helping me in any way. I don't really have a question really, but just to say it's taking me a lot of courage and trust to follow truth. Thanks you listening, it really helps. Hey Andrea, it's really coming back to following the heart. That's what this subject really is following the heart. And I hope that comes through, that there is a following of the heart and not following the fears and the ideas. It's all about love, baby. And this subject is really not about having new ideas and new ways of being and new strategies. It's about letting go of them all. So even though you've got the strategy of not being around your family at the moment, you don't have to hold on to it that tightly. Just now, just take this moment by moment. If you deal with this moment, then the other moments will line up. So don't look at it in too big a picture. But when the pain comes, allow that to come. Allow the sadness. All of it's welcome. And just make sure that you don't use non-duality to try to deal with your family problems. You try to see on the personal level and understand your dynamics and their dynamics, rather than trying to escape into any non-duality over it. Thanks, Andrea. Hey, Lawrence. Hey, Sebastian. Hello. Hey, Sebastian.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh my God. Sorry, I think. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I think that my mobile phone automatically accepted your call, so I'm um, speaking to you via mobile phone.
Yeah?
But you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Last time we had problems as I called you via mobile phone.
Yeah, it's really loud. But let's see if I can decrease it. Hello?
Hello?
No, it's gone really quiet. I think it's working. I think the problem is solved. Let's have a look. If you just speak now.
I speak, but I can hardly hear you. Could you please call me again?
Okay.
Thanks. Wait, sorry. I don't know what's happening. The smartphone is always accepting the call by itself.
You might have to turn the phone off.
Wait,
I have the same. I have the same with my iPad. I can never get it to go on silence. As soon as a new person calls, it starts ringing. So I always have to have it in a different room.
Wait, I call you back in 1 second.
Okay. Hey, Sebastian.
Oh no, we got it.
Yeah.
No, it's sorry for that.
That's okay.
Oh, good.
You can see me?
Yes, I can see you.
Nice.
You want to see me too?
Sure. Yeah. If you've got
Okay.
good enough internet. Yeah, hey. It's nice to see people's faces when you're talking to them.
Yeah. Quite bright. But it's okay. Good. You have read my message. I don't know, I can repeat again.
Yeah, no, I didn't read your message.
The point is, well, I have felt a lot now, and it's good. It feels
Sorry?
it's good. To feel.
Yeah, it's what to feel?
Felt a what?
Do you have your
Huh?
headphones in?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, okay. I think it's the internet line. But yeah, just say that sentence again, the whole thing.
I have felt a lot now and practiced feeling what you recommend,
Yeah.
you know. But it feels like it's another technique, you know. Feeling is another technique to practice.
Yeah.
And somehow I just had the idea or the inspiration that I want to stop techniques and just be
Yeah.
instead of feeling. And I really would like to do this, but every time I try to just be, thoughts are attacking, you know, and driving me away from feelings, and it's getting painful. Tensions come up,
What, the
you know,
feelings or the trying to just be?
they're trying to just be.
Yeah. It's because you're trying to be something that you're not. You're trying to be beingness where you feel separate, and where you feel separate, you've got to be the person. You've got to be the person to the full and to the max. Otherwise, it's just a new delusion, a new illusion.
Yes, it seems so. I can't be.
You are already. But then the person is
Yeah.
trying to be silent and to not seek and to not do things. It won't work. You got to be what you are. The reason that you're in this pickle is because you try to be someone for somebody. So what do you feel
Okay.
now? What do you feel now?
Tension, especially in the legs. In the legs. In fact, overall, in the body. In the head and neck. There's silence now.
That's okay.
Feel it. It's like I can feel the silence.
Oh, nice.
And questions, thoughts coming up
Yeah,
regarding the being issue.
yeah.
But they seem smaller now. They appear smaller now than before.
Yeah. You really don't need them answered. You are. This is. There's this radical aliveness here that's knowing itself. And it's everywhere and everything. And it's so full of love. That's all that's important. The mind is this, that, this, that. This, that, this, that. And that's appearing in that freedom. Just let it go crazy. Let it have a tantrum. Let it want attention. Just let it be there.
I think the point is I don't want to exclude thoughts, and the feeling technique in quotations is excludes thought. It's excluding, and I don't know, it feels not right somehow. It's a safe place. Feeling is a safe place, but when I'm out of the feeling place, there are thoughts again, and
I think you think when I've
feels
taught you these sorts of things that I have a destination. Like, what do you think that my destination was that I was teaching you?
it was not like I didn't see it like that, I think. Not like a teaching, but It's a recommendation from you to feel. Did I get your question?
The thing is you're just set up in opposites, so you're set up in the idea that you've got to get somewhere.
Yes.
So you do the feeling thing, and then you're like, oh, I'm excluding thoughts, or this is better, or that is better. But just explore what's going on for you now, Sebastian. What is happening? Just describe some words about what's happening.
Lack. I feel lack.
Yeah.
Like a black hole.
Yeah.
Not enough. Not enough.
Yeah.
I'm missing something. Like that.
And why do you feel that?
Mostly in the legs and lower body, but also in the head. Whole body, maybe.
Mm. And can you sense that you are, that this is happening?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yes. Sorry, the question again.
Sorry?
The question again, please.
That this is?
This is.
Do you sense that this is known? There isness? There is this beingness everywhere? Not everywhere, you might not be experiencing that, but do you have a taste of that beingness?
It's more like imagination.
Yeah.
It's not really something
Well, do you have a sense of I am?
Where?
Anywhere.
Where I have a sense of I am.
No, anywhere. Do you have a sense of I am?
Maybe a little bit.
So you're not? This isn't happening, you're not?
I'm not. I don't understand, sorry.
Do you have a sense that you are? Like I am? If you say the word I am, the I am.
Yes.
Do you have a sense of that? Of existence?
Yes, a little bit maybe. Feel it a little bit.
What do you imagine it to feel like?
I imagine it to be like a golden stream. That's everywhere.
It doesn't, just a sense that of existence that you've always had. You'll remember
existence.
Like that you are.
Sounds very strange. Sounds a little bit strange for me. Sense of existence.
Okay, we'll just stick with I am then. That's fine. Forget the other one. That sense of I am that was present when you were 5, 6. The sense that you are.
The the word I alone is connected with.
Oh, forget that. Let's go into the intellect. Just forget that. Just go with it. Do you have a sense of that I amness that's always there? That was there when you were a kid?
Actually, I can't remember. I can't remember what was there when I was a kid.
But you didn't have a sense of presence?
Sense of present, yes. Yes, I have. I maybe can feel it, but it's a
I'm not
mixture.
asking you to feel it. I'm not asking you to feel it, just tasting that sense of I am.
Okay, yeah. I think I can taste it.
The same I am that was there when you were really young. You know, when you were like the first day at school. Do you remember that?
No.
What's one of your first memories that's not traumatic? Just an average memory, like of eating a burger.
My first memory.
Well, it doesn't have to be your first, but just an early memory when you were like.
Poof. Yes, I think I've got one.
Yeah.
It's connected with fear.
Oh no! I don't want anything that's traumatic or got big trauma in it. Just a mundane.
It's not traumatic, but it's fearful. My child.
Okay, so
As
just
a child, I already had much fear. You know.
Oh yeah.
I was scared of the world, so.
Well, do you have a memory where you were just neutral? Like lining up for in the playground or.
Yes, maybe I have one.
Yeah. Was there a sense of I am there in that memory? That you existed? This sense of being that you also have now?
No. It's not in the memory, no. No. I don't.
Were you looking,
so.
were you experiencing in that memory? Was there experiencing happening?
Yes.
And that experiencing is happening now, right?
Yes.
And it's the same experiencing, would you say, or not?
Yeah, maybe.
You think it's too different experiencing?
Two different experiencing.
Yeah, I said, is it the same experiencing then and now? And you said maybe.
It's the same, yeah, it's the same experiencing.
Can you name the qualities of that experiencing?
Of the old one.
Both of them.
Quality. Like what, for example?
Like two qualities that they both have. The experiencing of it.
Yeah.
The experiencing of whatever happened.
Freedom. Beingness. Happening. Is this what you're asking for?
If that's what your experience is, if that's what you feel.
Connectedness, maybe? It's really exhausting for me to remember old old memories.
Yeah.
It's not so easy.
Okay, let's just take yesterday and today then. So do you have a memory from yesterday?
Yesterday, yes, sure. It was Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I was walking in the park.
Okay. So you can remember walking in the park well.
Yes.
So was there in both experiences a sense of being alive?
Yes, I think so.
Was there in both experiences a looking, a knowing of everything, a registering of what was happening?
Yes, I think so. I suppose.
So these were two things that were in both experience? You had to be sure about it.
Yes.
So describe the qualities of both of those things that were there then and are there now.
Beingness. I don't I can't think of something other than beingness somehow.
And that's your experience? That when you try to put it and remember those two, there is this sense of beingness? It's not a thought, it's just the sense?
Yes, I would say so.
Sweet. That's nice. So that's your true nature, and it's love. And it's always present. You could have a completely different story placed on top of you, a completely different feelings, sensations, and a completely different body, but it would be that same sense of being that carries on. That same sense of existence and the watching. That's always there in every experience. It was there when you were a child, and it'll be there after this body dies. It's your home. The reason that human suffers is because they identify with movements in time. They identify with their fear, with their likes, with their dislikes, with what they want, with what they don't have, what they would like. And through identification, they lose that sense of innocence and love, and they look for it in a world which can never ever give it to them. Because this innocence and love can never be found in the world because it's there all the time. If you go back through lots of different memories, you'll notice that there was always a sense of being, and there was always looking happening. Everything else was changing about Sebastian. Everything else was in flux. Isn't that beautiful?
Maybe I maybe would not call it beautiful somehow.
It's because you're remembering feelings with it. You're not seeing it totally clearly
Wonderful.
for what it is. Oh yeah? Wonderful?
Maybe. Yeah, beautiful. Very, very beautiful.
But when you have feelings associated with it or ideas associated with it, this is the suffering part, because you're always trying to find resolution to that. You're always fixated on that. Whereas the beingness is clear. It's like an endless ocean. It's totally clear and never affected. And it's that which experiences now, it's that which hears my voice. And that's the freedom. What happens in the person is it's looking in this and that. And while that person is looking in this and that, it's got to go and explore what the person is looking for and what the person is seeking for and why it's seeking for that. Because that's why it keeps going, is because it's looking for something. And at the moment in Sebastian, you still believe it's out there, and you still believe it is something. Otherwise you wouldn't be seeking anymore. So you still believe maybe that you can get your mother's love from the external, or you can get appreciation, or you can get safety from the external, so therefore the seeking keeps going. But you can't.
So my last question, maybe, if I may ask.
Yeah.
So is there any use or any use in trying to be in being meditation as I tried to?
But you see, you're asking that question because you feel lack. And so you're trying to look for the freedom in the answer to a question rather than exploring what's actually happening. You don't want to go there. You want to keep staying in the mind. You want to keep staying in doing. You don't want to actually go into what actually Sebastian's experience is. I can see it in your body, in the way you're sitting, and you're moving a lot more than in the past. You don't want to go there. You want the easy way out. So what are you feeling now?
The fear, tension and lack.
Yeah.
And yes, maybe a little bit also relaxation, also very mixed,
Yeah.
confusion.
Yeah.
Shame, guilt, sadness. I'm surprised that there's sadness.
Just allow it in. It's okay. You tried so hard to get rid of it.
Desperation.
Yeah.
Helplessness.
Yeah.
It's quite the same.
It's okay. It's okay to feel these things. You can handle it.
It can handle it.
Yeah, as beingness, you can take the whole entire world.
I as beingness.
Yeah. Don't
I
go there,
speak.
don't go there. Don't give me some intellectual, but who is this I that you're saying? I'm not interested. You'll get the fart. I have a button.
I, as beingness, have no
Don't think
problems with
about it.
nothing. I think it's
Sorry?
okay.
Sorry?
I, as beingness, have no problem with nothing.
You as beingness can take all the horrors and the beauty of this world, because there's nothing which beingness is, so there's nothing which is affected. As the person, though, you're in turmoil. And there's so many different things you can do to explore that turmoil. I would go off and I would listen to non-duality, but I'd go and do a physical healing group where you physically have to do stuff rather than trying to work it out through non-duality. I'd listen to non-duality, but you're trying to also do therapy through non-duality, which is good in one sense, but in another sense I would go and do some physical group where you physically get to act out these emotions with people. But because you're an intellectual guy, you just want to do the intellectual stuff.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Physical. Working out physically.
Yeah,
Physically.
like a healing
The,
group, like a
the pain
like
that is.
some type of therapy group, like a weekend, like emotional release or healing or something, as well as listening to non-duality. But go and find something like that as well. Do something physical about it. Look, I can see you squirming like crazy,
Squirming.
like
What means
wriggling,
squirm?
like not liking this. You know, it's beautiful that you're resonating with non-duality, but you are you've got a lot of energy in the head area,
Yes.
and
For now.
there's emotions that want to come out. There's some fear and emotional energy that wants to come out of the body.
Yeah.
But also listen to non-duality because it's the ultimate freedom.
I'm confused, but it's okay.
Yeah, your mind will always be confused because it could either be this way or that way, and it's never one way.
Mm-hmm.
So feel that confusion rather than trying to sort it out. Feel it. Where do you feel that?
Head.
And what do you want to do to solve it?
I want to think, want to find a problem for my question.
Yeah. Now feel the rest of your body. What does your rest of your body feel like?
Kind of burning.
Yeah.
And I just say it, I'm quite scared that people don't like our chatting.
Oh yeah, yeah. People often don't like this or that, and then they love this or that. Yeah. Just when you come off, I would ignore the chat stuff. I haven't looked, but yeah, somebody was saying I should ban the chat because it's so distracting.
I don't want to bore some. Don't want to bore people.
You,
Bore.
yeah, bore.
Say bore.
Bore.
Bore. Yeah. Bore.
Because there's also boar, the animal. Boar. Boar, but that's more boar. Boar and boar. Yeah. I'm not very good at speaking. Sometimes I get my words a bit wrong. I find it hard, the sounds of words. Can you still hear me, Sebastian?
Yes, I hear you. This I mean. Bore.
Boar.
Have you heard it?
Yeah.
Yes, this.
Boar.
Yeah, and I think I take too much attention. I take too much attention. I don't want to take so much attention.
But these are things that you need to explore. They're never a truth. So I am going to go in a minute because the energy's done. But this is something that you need to explore. Why you're feeling that?
Why?
Yeah, like it's a false thought. Like
it's because of trauma.
Yeah, yeah.
I can remember. I know where they come from, or I think I know where it comes from. But yeah. But it doesn't help to know it, I think.
No, you need to do something really physical, Sebastian.
Yeah. So I continue feeling. I think that I feel most benefits from this, from feeling, or good benefits.
Yeah.
But there always, the mind always has something that...
It goes from one side to the other side, from one side to the other side. That's what the mind does. I got it, I lost it. I got to feel, I got to not feel. I got to do Tony's method, I got to do Lisa's method. Da, 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 da. And then the freedom is always right here. In this isness, in this amness. But the reason that you keep going into this side or that side is because of the identification and the feelings of fear and not being enough. But I can feel that the energy is enough now, that we've spoken enough. That there needs to be some process and some processing we spoke of. But thank you for calling in and being so brave, Sebastian. You are really brave to say all those things and to be honest and totally ignore the chat people, whatever they're saying. Lisa, don't ban the chat, but it's just it.
No.
Trust me, they're so rude about me. Like, I just ignore it.
They can be rude as they want to.
Yeah. No, I send you lots of love, Sebastian. Thanks for calling.
Thank you, Lisa.
Bye, sweetie.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're really brave, Sebastian. I just read some chat and they were saying you're brave. Hey. Ah, nice. Live big number. I don't know who you are, but you say you're from India and you're waiting for the talks. You like the way I represent non-duality. Good evening, Lawrence. Good evening, Ramona. Thank you, Sebastian. I could follow the whole way through the childhood memory. I had a beautiful, naughty one. I felt the wonder of beingness, the I am, and the tendency to go to the head, to be heady. How do we find this awareness, ourself, then? Thank you for your answer. It was beautiful, and I'm listening to it again. Oh, with pleasure, Andrea. Well, guys, I think that's enough. There's no more questions. I'm not doing it this Wednesday, as I'm away with my mother. We're going to the Cotswolds. So the next time I will be streaming is, I think, Sunday the 25th, which is Christmas Day for some people. So yeah, that's it, the 25th. But yeah. So thanks, guys. Send you lots of love. Thanks. Bye.